Hello and welcome to another episode here on my channel. My name is ChaosMole, and in today's video I will showcase to you which version of Hogwarts Legacy you have to pre-order to get 72 hours of early access, which other bounty you get with that, plus when you can actually play the game, because that's a pretty important information and unfortunately it changes drastically depending on the region you are in and which platform you're playing on. So keep an eye out for that if you haven't heard that news yet. So, which version do you have to buy to get 72 hours of early access? Well, first things first, there are 3 versions out there, but you can already see that there are only 2 options shown on the website because the 3rd version is the physical collector's edition. And well, you can get that to get 72 hours of early access, but it has to be delivered to you and you might not get it in time. So we will focus on the digital versions. First things first, if you pre-order the game, no matter which version, you are also getting the pre-order exclusive Onyx Hippogriff mount. You will always get that. With the standard edition, you get the base game, the Onyx mount if you pre-order it, and if you pre-order it on the PlayStation, you are also getting 2 exclusives because hey, yay, that's fun. But what you don't get is 72 hours of early access. I've already seen misinformation floating around on the internet that if you are buying it at GameStop or some other shady place, you might get 72 hours of early access guaranteed. No, you don't. The only thing you have to do for that is you have to buy the more expensive deluxe edition. And which platform you're doing that on doesn't matter. Can be PlayStation, can be Xbox, can be PC. That's completely up to you. Also, you are getting, of course, the Hippogriff, as we already talked about. Then you are getting all the PlayStation exclusives. You are getting the Dark Arts Garrison Hat, the Terrestrial Mount, the Dark Arts Cosmetic Set, and this is important, the Dark Arts Battle Arena. This is actually a gameplay element they are taking away from you if you are not getting the deluxe edition, where you can get better with the Dark Arts, you can train them there. There's also like some story elements apparently, and you get some extra resources you can use in the game. And that is all basically hidden behind the Dark Arts Battle Arena, and that absolutely sucks. I hate when developers and publishers are doing this, but yeah, that's what we are getting with the deluxe edition. So it's not just the 72 hours of early access, it is also the Battle Arena. So this brings us to one of the most important questions. When can we play the game, Mo? Well, good news is if you are planning to play this game on a console, then yes, the game will release at 12 a.m. your local time. Well, besides of if you're living in the West Coast, then you can already start when it is basically 12 a.m. at East Coast, so you can play 3 hours earlier. But yeah, you have to wait for your local time to strike midnight, and then you can play the console version. Now, from what we have heard, you can apparently change to New Zealand, and then the good old trick of being a New Zealander for a few hours is allowing you to play even earlier than that. But keep in mind, they don't like that, and you might get into trouble for that. So be careful, and it's probably just better to wait. But yeah, if it strikes midnight, then you can play it on February 10th, right? In your local region. You can already actually preload the game if you so desire, so that you are prepared the moment the game releases. Now, this brings us unfortunately to the second release time, because you might have already noticed that I only talked about the consoles. What is happening with the PC? Well, unfortunately, as a PC player, we did draw the short end, because our game will release on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time zone or 1 p.m. East Coast time for all the British folks out there. That's 6 p.m. GMT. And for all the Central European time zone folks, that's 7 p.m. CET. And we don't get any preload. Nothing of the sorts. We just have to wait till the game unlocks, then we can preload it, and then we can finally play it. So if you are living in Europe, like me, well, you have to wait till the evening before you can play it. I know this is nothing necessarily new, And it really, really sucks because we know that it is the decision of the publisher / developer when they want to release the game on Steam. Everyone can release their games whenever they want. Like, Steam is not telling them exactly when they have to release it, but they're doing it, of course, because when like a lot of people want to buy the game when they're at home, and so they're waiting for that most of the time. So they would have a chance to make it different or make a difference here, but they don't, and that sucks. But yeah, so if you're a PC player, you have to wait. And also keep in mind, as always, even though this is a single player game, there will be some online services behind it, which you apparently have to utilize to play the game. So yeah, we might not even know if that works. So you know how it goes with launch games and online services, so prepare your butts for that. It might not be that great, but let's just hope for the best. With that said, we're at the end of the video. If you also want to see how you get some exclusive in-game items, there will be a link in the video description, which you can click to another video where I explain it, because it's a bit complicated, not gonna lie. And yeah, also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, and also think about subscribing to the channel. We are planning a full playthrough of Hogwarts Legacy when it comes out on Tuesday, and it will be an EVA playthrough here on YouTube. We will also live stream it here in the channel. And make sure to check out my other channels, which is @MoleReacts, which is my reaction channel, and @MoleUnderManagement, where I'm playing strategy games, building games, management games, like all the cozy, slow games where you have to think a little bit more than pure action, right? And you can find reviews and gameplay on that channel as well. With that said, thank you so much for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you in Hogwarts.